Friesland is where the air feels fresher, the horizon stretches endlessly, and water is never far away. It's about raw beauty and unexpected freedom. Well, so say the folks at Visit Friesland, and they should know they have the huge good fortune to actually live here. Friesland is one of the two northern provinces of the Netherlands, along with Groningen. The landscape is flat, but the people are tall. There's even a mention in Dante's Divine Comedy about the incredible height of Frieslanders. At that time, they inhabited a much larger area, known as Frisia. Famous Frisian cattle and Frisian horses also originate from this ancient land. Now, many visitors will pass through Friesland without actually realising that most of the residents are not actually speaking Dutch. They're speaking Frisian. And Frisian is most certainly not a dialect. It is a distinct language. West Frisian is a West Germanic language, and half the inhabitants of the province speak this as their first language. Old Frisian was similar to Old English, and spoken as far away as Bruges. If you want to learn some Frisk, then there's a specialist Frisian bookshop in Leeuwarden. The identity of Friesland has always been closely connected with water. After all, most of the land is either at sea level or just below. The Wadden Sea is the largest tidal area on Earth. There are over 10,000 different plant and animal species here, who all play a role in an ecosystem that has UNESCO status. A staggering 12 million migratory birds pass through this area annually. On this trip, I didn't have time to cross the sea to the Frisian Islands. Maybe next year. I was left to view them from the large sea dike that protects the coast from flooding. And I met two figures that spend all day, every day, admiring that view. Waiting for High Water is a 5-metre high sculpture of two women by Jan Kettelaar, and aims to reflect the search for balance and exchange. You'll see the Frisian flag everywhere and probably think that it's adorned with a little red heart. Actually, they're water lilies. The 7 water lily leaves symbolise the 7 early medieval Frisian maritime lands. These were independent areas between the coast of Alkmaar in North Holland and on into present-day Germany. These maritime lands joined forces to defend themselves against the Normans. This is the historic city of Dokkum, the northernmost city in the Netherlands. Now, it's a dangerous place. The British missionary St Boniface and his followers were murdered here. The famous English missionary travelled to Friesland to convert the Frisians to Christianity. Already well known in Europe, this shouldn't have been a particularly difficult assignment, especially as Old English was similar to the Old Frisian language. Unfortunately, the paranoid folk of Dokkum thought he was bringing an army, so they killed him and his 52 followers. In the following years, the locals realised their huge mistake, and there are now reminders of the saint all over town, and particularly at the local brewery. The Frisian Tourist Board calls Dokkum sober but trendy. Probably not so sober after a few St Boniface beers, but it is a lovely town with independent restaurants and shops lining historic streets surrounded by the defensive canals. Well, I can confirm that the locals no longer attack surprise visitors from the British Isles, so that's good. Dokkum is one of the so-called 11 cities of Friesland. They are all beautiful, but most are much smaller than an average city, like little Hinderloopen. The city coat of arms of Hinderloopen is the Tree of Life, with a deer and a doe surrounding it. And that was the inspiration for the fountain here in the centre of the village, or city I should say, by the Chinese artist Shen Yuan. Hinderloopen became a member of the Hanseatic League in the 14th century. The link to the North and Baltic sea coasts brought a wealth of different goods and different languages, so much so that the local language was a mixture of West Frisian, English, Danish and Norwegian. In the 17th and 18th century particularly, the money flowed into this Frisian port, and the people of Hinderloopen spent a lot of money in Amsterdam on precious fabrics and objects, supplied from the Dutch East India Company. The town developed its own distinctive costume and a completely individual style of home decor that you can still encounter today. This amazing original room is exhibited in the Fries Museum. Close to Hinderloopen, the port of Dokkum retains important shipyards and a strong connection with the past. Here on the quayside at Dokkum, it feels more like 1825 than 2025. Back in the present, let's visit Friesland's capital of Leeuwarden, by far the largest of the 11 cities. Leeuwarden has an attractive and bustling city centre, particularly on market day. It was the European Capital of Culture for the year 2018, and this prompted the 11 Fountains art project. Arriving by train, you cannot miss the Love Fountain. Rarely have I seen a sculpture that changes so much as you walk around it. It truly is remarkable. The Fries Museum is a must-visit attraction. As its website states, it offers a window on the world, and the world a view of Friesland and the Frisians. On my visit, it showcased the works of 17th century Frisian portrait artist Vibrand de Geest, as well as Friesland in wartime, and the incredible but tragic life of Mata Hari. Yes, the famous spy was Frisian. The Fries Museum is not just the best museum here in Friesland, but justifiably recognised now as one of the best museums in the Netherlands. And it's about time that the local artist De Geest got the recognition he is due. When I heard that there was a pancake ship, well, that was it. Lunch decided. And don't forget the world-class shopping. The boutique stores of Kleine Kerkstraat have won the Best Shopping Street in the Netherlands award twice. Stock up on cheese and flowers before heading home. Well, I can definitely say that Leeuwarden is my favourite Frisian city, but I'd go as far as to say that it's my favourite Dutch city. You'll want to try Frisian delicacies while you're here, so here's some vintage cheese that we picked up at the market earlier. And I've also heard a lot of good things about the Frisian sugar bread. However, if you're on a diet that doesn't involve fat and sugar, then you probably shouldn't come. Nonsense, of course. From oysters to thick pea soup, there's a menu here for everyone. My 3 days in Friesland are unfortunately at an end. Just enough time to scratch the surface of this beautiful corner of the Netherlands. But rest assured, I will definitely be coming back to Friesland.